Hey everyone and welcome to the SnatchyBuckles weekly update, your source for nerdy news from the past week covering video games, movies, television and more. It is December 10th, 2018. I'm your host Ben, and as always, I'm joined by the Untitled Adam. I don't have a title for you this week. You're the Untitled.
It's too soon.
It's been too quick. We because of moving
Santa
around.
Santa Claus's little helper himself.
There we go. Santa's little helper. Adam, how's your weekend been? It has only been a weekend since the last show because some interesting stuff happened in the space of like 3 days since the last show.
What did I painted?
You've been painting.
When did we last stream?
Thursday, yeah. So it's only been Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I had a 5-foot hole in my floor.
You did. That was we mentioned that offhandedly in the last one.
That's now fixed.
That's good. That's a good thing.
I've painted and discovered durable paint can eat my ass. That shit's like tar.
Well, I guess it's got to be durable.
It's tar. It literally does not roll anywhere.
Yeah.
One of my bedroom walls now looks like a patchwork quilt because of it.
Well, I mean, at least it's a durable patchwork quilt.
I can wash it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can just hose it down. If anything gets on it, just get the hose out. You'll be fine.
What have you been up to?
Not all that. I had some work yesterday, but other than that, I just been binge watching The Marvelous Miss Maisel. I had a stream on Saturday, and then we did the social cinema night on Sunday. We watched The Martian and The Incredible Hulk continuing the MCU run, getting one of the weakest MCU films out of the way. I didn't hate it.
It's better than Avengers Endgame.
I didn't. No. You're not only triggering me.
Jar Jar Binks should be in it as well.
Mace
Windu comes in and saves the day. Sonic the Hedgehog runs in and rescues the princess.
Genuinely, we've got Sonic news coming up, but
who's Bowser?
Genuinely, I enjoyed it more than I was expecting. It's always a one that I always class as that I don't hate it, but I'm not a fan of it.
It's not when you class in the MCU. It's
not. It is very much out there. More and more, when I was watching, I was noticing things like, oh, that's literally like the serum that they used for like Captain America, and that's like the reference in this thing about that. And there's so many little things that they set up that you don't really notice. Obviously, there's the Stark Industries logo everywhere, but like the canister that they go and get the vial from to put in the Blonsky, the blue vial, it's like Stark Industries and it's called like Cryo something, and it's the same brand machinery that they used in Captain America, the first event. So nice little things that I never realized that they were genuinely trying to set this up to be bigger than it was, and everyone was like, nah, Iron Man.
If I'm honest, I always think Iron Man comes after Hulk.
What, in the order that they come out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was Iron Man came first, which, yeah, I agree with you. I always think that Hulk was like maybe a year or two before, and that's why it was before it all set up. But I mean, Tony Stark appears at the very end of Hulk because he'd already been in his own film.
I'm wondering if I think about the really shitty Hulk before Iron Man.
The Eric Bana one. That was the difficulty, because we watched this last night, and it's one of the few MCU movies that isn't an origin story in any capacity. You could argue that Spider-Man's not an origin story. Right? It's not an origin story, but it's an origin of him becoming the Spider-Man that we know and love, sort of thing.
Yeah. Everybody knows the Spider-Man origin story.
They do, and at the same time, that's why they did the Hulk. They skipped that bit because they went straight into the the intro literally goes, oh yeah, this thing happened to him, the experiment happened, and then he got chased down, and then he had to run away, and then the movie starts in like Rio. And it's just like, oh, he's off and he's been the Hulk for a while. Yeah, exactly. So they kind of just skipped all that origin stuff. But yeah, it was because it was only like 3 or 4 years after the Eric Bana terrible one that really was like weird and had the weird Hulk dogs, and it was confusing.
Nah, doesn't exist.
You're watching this live on twitch.tv/SnatchyBuckles right now, we thank you for coming and joining the conversation while we stream live. But of course, if you're watching this on youtube.com/SnatchyBuckles or your favorite podcast service, be it Spotify, iTunes, or Google Podcasts, there's also other ones, but they're the ones that I always...
questions and queries to P.O. Box, SnatchyBuckles.
We don't have a P.O. Box. I'd love a P.O. Box, but they're expensive. But if you're watching it via your own chosen means at a later date, we really appreciate you experiencing the show through those means. But of course, we would appreciate if you head on over to twitch.tv/SnatchyBuckles and give us a follow. If you're already a follower and you want to support the show, support either this show or just the overall SnatchyBuckles as a whole, all of our streams, we stream 4 nights a week every week. You can, of course, do so by subscribing. That's the easiest way to do it, to actually support us, as well as donations, tips, cheers, all that sort of stuff. But subscribing is the easiest way to do it. And if you're an Amazon Prime user, you can subscribe for free. Every single month you get a free I always class them as like a token, but it's like a free sub that every month you have to come back and resub manually. Or if you just want to click and forget about it, you can of course use your hard-earned bucks.
It gives you Twitch games every single
That's
month.
it. You get Twitch games every month, which is awesome.
I can't
They're always
remember.
adding new stuff to it.
Isn't a new one's not out now?
There will be. Did we not cover them in the update when we did all the other update, like the Xbox and
No,
PlayStation?
I don't think we did.
Did we not cover the Twitch ones? I might have missed the Twitch ones.
It's Fortnite. No, it's not.
It's Fortnite's a free game.
Major.
It's already a free game.
No, nothing like that.
I've been playing around with that new Fortnite creative mode. It's fun. It's way more advanced than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be like more like Forge, where you don't get to really put buildings down. You just get to put like things that almost look like it's all just like a jungle gym sort of thing. But you can literally like plonk a house down and then go, actually, I'm going to make this a bigger house. And you can just like rip a wall out and copy a wall from somewhere else. And you can put doorways. You could build your own housing estate.
I think I've seen people recreate maps on it.
Exactly. Like it's pretty, which will be really cool for the block that they announced last week.
Because I saw that and I was like, that's going to be community. That's
Yeah.
going to be where they push community things.
It's
and
really
then they
cool.
Came up with that.
Anyway, I don't think we have any housekeeping for this week. Other than that, this show is earlier than normal. We normally stream this at 7 p.m. GMT on Thursdays, but this week we're doing it on Monday because of the Game Awards and the Kind of Funny Game Showcase, which happened over the weekend. Well, between Thursday.
Friday.
Yeah, it was
Was it
Friday morning for us.
Friday morning.
Yeah, it was Thursday for the rest of the world, or at least for America.
Oh, yeah, it was. 'cause I woke up early.
And I stayed up way too late watching it because I thought, oh, the Game Awards, it'll be like an E3 show. It'll be like an hour and a half long, tops. Not thinking, oh, no, it's literally the Oscars of the video game industry. It will last for 4.5 hours.
I can't believe you went to work with 1 hour's sleep.
It wasn't a smart thing to do. If I'm perfectly honest, it was a really dumb thing to do. Shall we jump straight into the gaming update right now? Because we've got so much. This is literally, we should just call this one the trailer show. Because
The clip show. Is this
the clip show. This is the clip
episode
show.
100?
We're going to knock over to the gaming update. So be with you guys in just a moment. Oh, I see Buckles in chat. Buckle.
Buckle.
All right, folks, we're in the gaming update, and we have a hell of a lot of trailers. Adam's already got the first one queued, the one that you were most excited for.
The one that I called.
Yeah, exactly. You called this one a long time ago, and it finally happened. Did you see the teasers in the run-up, other than the dice that went around?
Spyro drone, where you can see Crash in the very
If you
far
zoom all the
background.
way in, you just see the little Crash cart. That was such a cool idea. So, shall we check out this trailer?
We'll go in it.
Are we gonna watch this trailer, or are we just gonna talk over this trailer? Check it out. We'll probably ramble over it.
Did you ever play Crash Team Racing?
I did, but I wasn't like super into it. I preferred just the Crash games, but I do know that it was good. I remember playing it at a
I
friend's house.
cannot wait to drive around these worlds with the new and improved graphics.
And it all looks like the original. It's all the original levels. Like they're not adding new ones as of yet. But I wonder if that's the route they'll go. If this is going to be the new Mario Kart. If they're going to
add new ones because they've added new levels to the remastered trilogy.
Weren't
sure
the new ones just like lost levels? There were ones where the developers originally started working and they never made it into the original game, so they went back and polished them up.
I don't know if it, like maybe one's new.
Yeah, is that like something like the Warthog one or something?
Yeah, possibly. But no, I can't wait to drive around.
It looks real pretty.
Drive around the worlds and get to each portal will be unreal.
Yeah,
and it just looks like the Crash trilogy.
It really does. Different developers though.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not.
It's Beanox.
It is. It's Beanox Games. It's coming on June 21st to the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and the Nintendo Switch. Which is they only really showed it at PlayStation. That was the ad that we saw at the Game Awards. So everyone was like, oh, it's going to be a PS4 exclusive, or at least for the first year, like Crash was. But it's dropping on all the consoles, and I think this could be a big seller on the Switch because everyone loves their Mario Kart.
Yep.
You're now going to be able to get a PlayStation IP on your Nintendo Switch and get to play it.
It's a bold move by I think Sony own Crash at this point.
I think they own the license to it, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, because I think it's them. No, is it not? Is it not just Activision?
Oh, no, it might be.
I think it's Activision owns it, yeah. But I know what you mean. It's always had a Sony attachment to it. Sony managed to get the exclusivity for 12 months for Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy. But they haven't gone that same route for this one, Crash Team Racing. I guess it's because they've already got that new audience from the Insane Trilogy on Xbox, on Nintendo Switch, so they're able to jump straight into this one. But yeah, that is Beanox Games, and it drops on June 21st. I just did this quick look. The original game came out in 1999. That is how old it is.
Ooh.
1999 for the PlayStation 1.
And it looks
by
terrible.
Naughty Dog. It does. Well, you saw some of the footage in that. The next trailer we've got, like I say, guys, this is for you folks that haven't seen the Game Awards. This is our variant on doing like a live commentary but we're just doing
Because
it
it
later.
was too bloody late.
It was too late. I think in future, I would genuinely think about it. But in our current circumstances, maybe we go full time on Twitch. We could do some live commentary stuff.
Okay.
I'd love to do it for E3 next year because that's a slightly more reasonable time for things. Shall we knock into?
So you've seen all these trailers.
I watched it all live.
I've watched a handful. This one I watched and I love it.
Yeah,
This
it looks so
I can't
good.
wait for.
So this is The Outer Worlds. That immediately screams like gonna be a good RPG because Obsidian know their way around an RPG.
Look at New Vegas. New Vegas is fantastic.
Even it was the developers at Obsidian originally came over from, I can't remember which studio it was, but they were the original creators of Fallout.
Yeah.
So they knew their way around it.
It's the humor. It feels like
That humor.
nice.
It feels like
Polished
Fallout
meets
and
Borderlands.
had a big old sexy sci-fi baby.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's what we're getting from this.
I think that Moonhead. I want to be Moonhead.
It reminds me of the Moonhead character from, I think it was episode 2 of Futurama when they visit the moon, and the mascot has a big moonhead because Bender shoves a beer bottle in his eye.
See,
Yeah, it looks great.
The shantytowns there remind me of Borderlands,
Yeah, I get that.
whereas this side reminds us of Fallout.
Yeah, more Fallout, almost with a slight Destiny aesthetic to it. If
Maybe.
I'm not wrong.
I'm hoping the gunplay is going to be phenomenal because that's
Yeah.
going to be, if it's got like Borderlands gunplay,
That would be good. That'd be very good.
it looks
We're
like it's going to have a
seeing-
decision choice as well.
Yeah, it definitely looks. Well, if it's an RPG, they'll definitely go that route. The Fallout games always did, but a good sense of humor to it. So Obsidian described the Outer Worlds as an alternate history future. It
I hope it's
transpons.
got a good soundtrack like this.
Yeah, it transpons the Gilded Age into outer space. Collection of mega corporations have bought and paid for a new colony in a star system far from humanity's homeworld. Within it are 2 habitable worlds, and when the game begins, terraforming operations have already they're already well underway. As the game opens, you find yourself on board a massive starship, freshly thawed, after a much longer than expected journey, and you've been woken up by the scientist, which is pretty much what we got to see. I love that as well. It's that real kind of like side effects that you might get from like medication and things like that. No, it looks good. It looks real good. And it's coming next year. We don't have a solid release date yet for it, but it is dropping on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC sometime in 2019.
Surprised about because Obsidian got bought by Xbox, but I guess
I feel like this one's
worked on.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think maybe the next game we see might be. But that being said, I feel like Microsoft. I don't know. Part of me likes to think that Microsoft would maybe even be open to it and be like, yeah, let's put it on everything because we love games. But at the same time, I mean, Crackdown's not multi-platform. I could see like Xbox and PC, but to be on PlayStation, that's the surprise. Like, because Crackdown's never going to go there, Halo's never going to go there. But yeah, if this one's
need these good games under the belt as well.
They do. If they'd come out and said that this game was going to be an Xbox exclusive, that this could have genuinely sold consoles for them. I feel. But yeah, so that was the next one. This next one we'll maybe just show a bit of it and talk over because it's just a lot of characters thrashing around. But this next one is Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which I thought
already existed, but
when they said 3, I was like, has 3 not already happened? And it's like, oh no, the last game we had was 10 years ago for the 360, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2.
It's annoying that it's a Switch
It
exclusive.
is, only because we're not Switch owners, but there's a lot of Switch owners out there that are probably very happy now.
I know that the remaster port things that they brought out for the old ones aren't too good.
They're not great ports, and the games haven't aged super well. Whereas, yeah, I don't know. I'm sad, but we also are still going to get that Avengers project at some point by Square Enix. And
was going to be at the Game Awards,
That's
but where
what
the
we
hell
thought.
was that? Where was the new Alien game?
Exactly. There was quite a few things that seemed to be rumored, but that's the joy of rumors. You never know what's actually going to be there.
It looks good. It's just
it's great for all those like millions of Switch owners out
it's
there.
changed its thing because it used to be a lot more top down, didn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it's pulled the camera a bit lower to the ground.
Just go more third person.
Yeah. And maybe it'll be a bit different when you're playing multiplayer. They might pull the camera out a bit more.
Maybe.
But yeah, following the Black Order. I guess we did watch the whole trailer. But yeah, this is coming exclusively to the Nintendo Switch sometime during 2019, and it's the first game in the series in 10 years. which is pretty cool.
Did he play much of the? I remember playing the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
I played the first and second. Yeah,
I can't remember all that much of the second one. I remember the first one a lot.
Yeah, they were fun games. Oh, this one might be inappropriate to some users, eh?
Be careful.
We'll again. We won't maybe go through every single trailer in depth. This one is pretty much just the cinematic, but we'll check out some of it. It's
we'll play it in the background.
Yeah, we can play this one in the background. So yeah, this one is Mortal Kombat 11. I can imagine you're excited. You're a Mortal Kombat fan.
I love Mortal Kombat. I hope this is the resurgence of Mortal Kombat. We'll get the TV show, we'll get the movies and Netflix.
I feel like the games just do that. I mean, when did 10 come out? It wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago. Yeah. But I don't think it came to all that good reception. I want a good story mode.
No, did 10 not have all right? Because did it not include like Jason or something like that as well?
I can't remember. I feel like it didn't come out brilliantly.
Let's have a quick look. I'll do a.
But it's weird that Raiden's got red lightning.
Yeah, I thought the Choices soundtrack was an odd one for it. It gets 7 out of 10 on Steam, but I mean, let's have a quick look on Metacritic.
I guess it works. It's going for that. I know it's not ideal. I know someone's recut it with the original. I bet
that looks even cooler. I feel like it's just the audience they're going for. I got 83 on.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all. No, I think 10 did okay. I think 9 didn't do great.
Maybe it is 9 that I'm thinking of, but my days.
It looks good. I mean, this is all just
that
one got
for
me.
The full.
That finger one got me. Made me cringe a little bit.
I can't imagine if this is in game. I know it won't be.
No, this won't be in game.
But if fatalities come out like this,
I imagine the graphics won't look all that much different in the grand scheme of things because the camera is going to be at more of a fixed point, so they can really make it look pretty as hell. It's not like they're having
Injustice is really good.
Yeah, they all look great.
I forget that the whole premise of Scorpion is that he's under.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, we got that gore, we got all that good stuff. So this is by NetherRealm. I really liked how they revealed it. It was Ed Boon? Is that his name? He came on stage to present an award, and we got a little tease here, but I don't know what this is referencing. But I'm assuming it's gonna be part of like a story mode or something.
Maybe.
But yeah, so Ed Boon came on stage to present an award, and literally it went to do like the normal thing where it would show all the different games that it was part of, but rather than actually showing the games, it just played this trailer instead, which everyone obviously lost their minds on. And then it came back and he was like, oh, I guess they showed the wrong video. Sorry guys, here's the actual thing. And they just went straight on.
Smooth moves.
It was very smooth. And it drops on Xbox One, PC, and PlayStation 4, and surprisingly, Nintendo Switch. It's coming to.
That is surprising. But
on April 23rd. Nintendo seemed to have completely dropped their rules that they had back with the Wii and Wii U.
No violence, no blood.
That was it. There was no violence, no blood and guts. They got rid of it. Exactly.
Mortal Kombat.
It's getting Mortal Kombat. I think that's the big one. They've really gone, oh yeah, we want everybody to be part of this kind of R-rated stuff. They're really going after that. They realize that
they're going now that a lot of the
people that own a Switch
are
adults because they have the money to buy a Switch. I mean, there's obviously a lot of kids out there, but there'll be a lot of adults buying them because it's a great console for like commuters or people who are always on planes and all that sort of stuff.
My theory is that I want to Switch for my next playing journey, so I can sit there, put the tray down, and play my Switch.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're doing something like long, like fair. If you're going for like an hour's journey or something, maybe not so much. But if you're doing like 10 hours,
I would
like
still whip out the Switch out for an hour's journey. I don't know. I would Switch.
I probably wouldn't spend like £500 for a 2-hour flight.
Oh no, but I would still play on an hour flight.
Oh no, you absolutely would. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I was saying I wouldn't spend £500. I know it's like £350 or so, but then it's like 50 quid per game.
Now, also with EGX going down to London.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. If we're
train flights.
Train it down, exactly.
Because Stickman.
We sit next to each other with the Joy-Cons. It's made for it.
Smallest.
It's goddamn
little controller.
It is the
goddamn
smallest controller.
World.
My hands are too big for that. Next trailer. Let's get through these. Far Cry New Dawn. So this was teased last week. We got a little teaser trailer. We didn't know the name of it yet. I don't think it was just Far Cry.
No, it was just Far Cry.
But then about 10 minutes after we finished the show, the box art leaked. As it always is, we finished the show and new stuff comes out.
Also, CSGO Danger Zone dropped as soon as we finished.
Yeah, it did as well. But yeah, the box art leaked for the game. But yeah, this is the trailer. Let's do it.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. Far Cry 5. It was brilliant.
Yeah, we played the entirety of it on stream and loved it. It was my action game of the year. It didn't win action game sadly, but it was my choice.
It's following the events.
It is a straight up follow. Have you actually watched the whole trailer?
No, not completely.
Well, then we're going to watch this one because there's a little bit at the end where you go, it is a straight up tie-in. Because already it's like, oh, it looks like Hope County, but it's all apocalyptic. Yeah, if you knock it up a little. There's only a little bit of dialogue. It's just setting it up.
Do we know if it's going to be the full map yet?
We don't know that for certain, but I think it's the full map.
Imagine, because that map is
It's a good
huge
map
as well.
Well, also, I imagine they're going to be getting rid of air travel in the apocalypse. We probably won't have planes anymore. Maybe we'll go back to like the little gyrocopter route of Far Cry 4, like a homemade airmobile.
Yeah.
But if you don't have flight, it's going to take you longer to get across it, so it'll make the map feel even bigger. But it looks like it's going for that Mad Max.
There's a lot of ramps built in the world.
It looks like there's a lot of ramps. Yeah, I feel like racing might be an element to this. But we got the new... I'm not sure what I think of the new villains. I don't feel...
Oh, is she the new villain?
There's two of them, yeah.
Yeah, they don't
come across as intimidating.
I don't feel like... She's literally just paper mache a bike helmet.
I don't know, it's just... Neither of them seems super intimidating.
Yeah, they don't feel like villainous is like Far Cry 5's villain, or 4 for that matter.
Or
All
3.
she's done is just killed a man with a bike helmet.
Yeah, literally 3, 4, and 5 had some of the best villains. It's one of the things that I think Far Cry's become known for at this point. I can't remember if it was a big villain for Primal.
Oh my days, the dog just hopped straight in the car.
Which is cool as hell.
No, helicopters are there.
Oh, yeah, there we go then. I'm
does
wondering...
look like it's got a lot of areas in it, so it does look like it's the full game.
Well, I don't remember there being a theme park. There was the... Because that was a theme park there, wasn't it? There was a Ferris wheel for a moment. That looks almost like a track, like actual race track.
How the hell did he just bounce off the floor? I want it to be full co-op. It better be full co-op.
It has to be, right? Like, if they're building this on the engine... It's a bit quiet, but it's fine. But you can see who it is.
Did he survive?
Yeah, the end of the game, he kept talking about it, and if you got the good ending, which we got, the bomb got exploded, and he pulled you down into the bunker with the guy that saved you at the start of the game.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you wake up, and he's murdered the guy that saved you at the start of the game, and he's standing over your body, and he's, like, talking to you, and that's how the game ended, and it was like, the fuck? But now, this is...
Makes sense.
It makes sense, because he's obviously going to
have to fight him to get out.
Probably.
That's how it's going to go.
This next trailer is... Actually, did I do the details on that one? So that was, Far Cry New Dawn. The world of Hope County has changed a whole lot. We pretty much went through this in the trailer. It's similar to Far Cry Primal and Far Cry Blood Dragon, where it's likely... Game. Yeah, it's likely going to use the previous title's map and systems as a foundation, and then do a themed spin-off, which this definitely feels like a themed spin-off. It's going that kind of Mad Max / almost a little bit Rage in that, like, very colourful, very...
get the Rage side of it. It's Rage more... It's more than Rage is Rage.
Yeah. But we don't have long to wait because it drops on February 15th on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. Now, the next trailer is one I'm actually genuinely excited for, but a little hesitant at the same time, because this game is by the people who made Ark, which is a game that I'm apprehensive about because of the way they rolled Ark out. What are you looking for here?
I'm just seeing if your PC's encased in ice, so can hold the heat in that this game is going to generate.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. That's a good check. I need to
encased in. Is it?
I could put it in the freezer.
Liquid nitrogen cooled graphics card.
It's not. It looks good so far, and I think they're targeting an Xbox audience as well because it is going to be part of the Xbox preview program next year.
Yeah.
But it's coming to PC this week. In the early access on Steam. But I'm apprehensive just because of the way I was discussing this on stream earlier in the week. One of our subscribers pointed out that they don't like the way they ruled Ark out, that they brought it out as an early access game, and then before they ever released like version 1.0, they were already releasing
like a second spin-off game.
Well, not even that. They were bringing out paid DLC before they even finished the first game, and it's like, that's not cool. No. Like, finish the game and then start releasing DLC.
It was so good fun when we played Ark.
It was.
As well,
it's the one I've wanted to go back, but anyway, you say play. I've knocked it over. So this is Atlas.
So instead of dinosaurs, we're going to capture ships.
Kind of, but it's a much bigger world. They said it's 1,200 times the size of the Ark map. So it's a huge world.
Is it coming out as... It feels like it's Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, very, very Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves set in medieval times.
Are you going to need a big crew to...
Not medieval, sorry, fantasy medieval.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you don't necessarily need a big crew.
That fist fighting is 100% from Ark,
Yeah, oh yeah, big time.
but the animations look very janky.
If
Like
you
the blocking was like, ugh.
if you knock the audio down a little bit, because it's just music, I'll go through what's the actual information from the Steam page, because it gives a little insight. The trailer shows things, but the Steam page gives a lot more insight. So it's from the creators of Ark Survival Evolved comes Atlas, a massively multiplayer first and third-person fantasy pirate adventure. Atlas will host up to 40,000 players per server, exploring the same globe simultaneously, with an unprecedented scale of cooperation and conflict. Stake your claim in an endless open world as you conquer territory, construct ships. Where was I up to? Construct ships, search for buried treasure, assemble forts, plunder settlements, and hire crew to join your powerful growing armada. Start small and then expand your spheres of influence from a small island up to an unstoppable pirate empire that spans across oceans. Wage battle against enemy fleets as you single-handedly command large ships of war using the captaining system, or divide up the responsibilities among your trusted lieutenants, or take control of any weapon directly with your own character. So it sounds like there's going to be some system to...
like RTS side of...
Maybe a little bit RTS, a little bit kind of the way they did it in Assassin's Creed, where you just got to control the whole ship. You didn't have to worry about every little thing, but then you could also have another player on your ship that's like, I'm going to go sit and man this cannon.
Yeah.
And you could have someone on another ship doing that, and they're all part of the same thing. So, yeah.
It's interesting. I'll keep my eyes on it. Ark left a bit of taste in my mouth.
It did a little bit, so
it had such promise, and then it just become griefer heaven.
It did, big time.
I remember we spent ages building a house, and then out of nowhere,
someone let a dinosaur
and fucked everything up, even though we weren't on a PvP server.
Yeah.
Griefers will always find a way.
I think if I was to play it, although it's an MMO, so they're not going to do private servers this time around. Otherwise, I would be playing
the MMO route as well.
Yeah,
is it going to charge a subscription? Or
no,
I
think it's going to be
free, pay to buy.
Yeah, I think so. So you can dive deep into the briny water and explore permanent sunken wrecks. I think it's supposed to be procedurally. Oh no, procedurally generated. It's coming up. Recover, salvage, unearth the loot from procedurally generated treasure maps, and challenge. So kind of like Sea of Thieves, and challenge zones, or complete challenging main quest line. So there's an actual story mode to it as well.
Sounds like PvP might be a focus as well if you're going to hold areas.
Yeah. Team up with other aspiring adventurers to sail into the vast ocean and discover new lands rich with region-specific elements, tame exotic natural and mythical creatures, raid forgotten tombs, confront powerful ancient gods, and even build and administer your own colonies, cities, and civilization to dominate the Atlas as this ultimate quest for fortune and glory. And it drops on the 13th of December for Steam Early Access.
We'll see.
We will absolutely see. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see when the DLC comes out that we've got to buy to play the game.
Yeah, big time. The next one is a PlayStation exclusive game, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least PlayStation were the one that was showing this one off. This one is Ancestors. This is another one you can keep the volume low and we'll kind of just talk over because it's just music. It is called... The full title is Ancestors, The Humankind Odyssey. It is by Patrice Desilets. He was one of the original creators of...
Am I going to get to play Monkey Man?
Yes, the whole thing is you playing Monkey Man. He was one of the original creators of Assassin's Creed over at Ubisoft, and then he went off and he set his own studio.
Oh, he didn't nail that leap of faith.
He didn't.
Also, I refuse to believe that snakes were that big.
I don't know. This was 10 million years ago.
I guess so.
So, I don't know. Yeah, I know what you mean, though. But it is an open-world survival that unfurls as our ancestors evolve, so gain new physical skills and tools. Knowledge can be passed down through generations, and you can choose what attributes the species keeps. You can decide how they evolve intelligently and physically, making specialized survivors or a balanced tribe. And the tribe can also grow and swallow up territory, while new members can be controlled and form family bonds.
It's interesting
It's
that they've gone from, instead of climbing buildings, you're going to swing that man.
Swing through trees.
Look weird. I want David Attenborough to be a voice guest on it.
You will just narrate the whole thing, yeah. Well, it looks like more of an action game, but yeah. But yeah, it's coming sometimes during 2019. They don't have a set release date for it just yet. But yeah, I thought that one was interesting. We are quite a way through the game trailers so far. This is all just trailers, because that's pretty much the source of news from the past week. This one's a little bit... It feels like an indie game, but it's made by, I think, Netflix Studios, because they've got their own game team now.
Is this not... This is the Stranger Things game.
This is the Stranger Things game.
Not tied to the mobile game that came out.
No. Well, the mobile game was Stranger Things Season 2. That was their game. and it tied that game tied into Stranger Things season 2. This one ties into Stranger Things season 3.
Right.
And it's going to be, I think, released at the same time as season 3, and you're going to be able to play it kind of alongside as an actual as an overall kind of story accompaniment. But I love the art style.
It does have the art style from the mobile game, though.
The mobile was more just top down, was it not? I did like the mobile game.
Bit.
It was fun. I think the mobile was a little bit more. I think the mobile was almost like an 8-bit game, and this is a 16-bit game.
Oh,
I think they actually maybe referenced that during the Game Awards thing. They were like, "Oh yeah, we've gone up. Our graphics have gotten better with 16-bit now."
It does look good.
It does. It looks fun. It looks like
like an old school.
Really does.
It's going on that like old school vibe that Stranger Things has.
Big time.
Is that turn-based combat as well?
But
looks like Streets of Rage a little bit.
I can get
like
that, but it's an isometric sort of thing, yeah. But it also, I guess this is our first tease as to Stranger Things Season 3. We already knew, based on some little promotional campaigns they'd done, that there's something set in a mall. I think the character of Steve's going to get a job at a food court, and that's pretty much what we just saw. And then it ended with them literally coming back into the Game Awards. Because they were on stage, like they had the Duffer Brothers. I think that's what they're called.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's
Stranger
brilliant.
Things Season 3, the game. That's interesting. This next one, we won't play the whole thing because I think it's quite a length, but this is the one that got a lot of people like myself thinking we were about to get a Marvel, the Avengers trailer during the Game Awards, which had been like, it had never actually been rumored, but it's what everybody wanted to happen.
Because the Russo brothers were there.
The Russos were there, but they were just there to present the award to Fortnite, essentially.
I don't care. Wanted my Avengers trailer then. I remember waking up to go to the toilet during this.
You did. You were messaging me.
Up,
I was still up,
because
yeah.
I was like, where's all the announcements that we're expecting? And you replied instantly, and I was like, you're still up?
I'd been messaging you.
I was like, you must be like working from home or something tomorrow.
I wasn't.
And you were like, nah, I'm just gonna power through.
Yeah, that was a. And you know what?
So
was
I watched this. I watched the one before it while I was like grogging myself around to the toilet, and then like the Russo brothers presented their award, and then this happened. And I was like, right, I need to see if it's actually coming.
Yeah,
I was disappointed standing in a cold kitchen.
It didn't come.
Should we play the trailer?
We'll play the trailer. Let's knock this trailer on. Yeah. So this one dropped. Basically, all the lights went off. You want to full screen it? This one, yeah, all the lights went off, and then this happened, and it was like, oh, what's happening? And then as soon as you saw this, you go, okay, it's not Marvel.
Yeah.
It's something to do with Persona.
Yeah, as soon as like I saw the art style, I was like, it's Persona.
Yeah.
Didn't tie that it would be in.
No, well, I think
Brothers.
that was the big surprise.
But I think as well, this is only the first character out of the first DLC pack. I think
second, is it not? Isn't the plant...
PT Piranha, I think, is a bonus for pre-ordering.
Oh, is that what it was? It wasn't a pre-order.
Possibly.
Sorry, it wasn't a DLC.
I want to switch. That's all I want.
Yeah. But we'll be getting. We are very likely to be getting. It's nothing confirmed, but we're very likely to be getting like the Switch Generation 2 next year.
Don't care, Ben, because I've got too much to buy next year.
Exactly. So
I've got to sit. Being a homeowner now, I have to be responsible and pick one console at the beginning.
Yep.
I can't buy both.
Well, if we don't know we're getting them until then you set up a saving thing and just put like 20 quid every pay in, and by the time it finally comes around to it, you've got enough for both consoles. That's an adult way of looking at it.
It is.
It is an adult way of looking at it.
But I want to buy 3 consoles.
You want to buy 3. You want to buy 3, and you want one sooner.
if we inevitably get the Switch 2,
yeah,
I'm going to want that the date drops, because there are so many bloody games I'm
hoping that they'll drop with a good like online pack where you'll get like a handful of games. You'll be able to get like 4 or 5 games as a bundle, which will be a good way of doing it. So yeah, that is pretty much it's Joker from Persona coming to Super Smash Brothers.
Absolutely.
No, it means nothing to me. I'm not playing
I know the
Persona
games are meant to be pretty good.
Yeah, they are, but I'm surprised because they're not a Nintendo game. None of them have been on Nintendo. They're PlayStation games, right? No, they're on PC as well.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know that they just released like all of them on the PS4, like as like remasters or whatever. But if you check this, I think they're on PC as well, but they're not on Nintendo. I know that. At least they're not on the Switch. I know that much.
But Metal Gear Solid was never on the Switch. They are PlayStation only.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was, because they just re-released like 3, 4, and 5 on the
with
PS4.
dancing games as well.
Yeah. Next game in our list of games to check out is an indie one. This isn't from the Game Awards. This is from the Kinda Funny Game Showcase, which I thoroughly enjoyed. It's worth checking out. You can find it on the Kinda Funny Games YouTube channel, and it's only like an hour and 7 minutes long, and it's really well produced for a smaller.
Which is what you were hoping the Game Awards would be until 5 in the morning.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, their thing was like an hour and 7 minutes long, and it's super impressive. There's only like 7 guys that are part of Kind of Funny, and they put together this thing that is like so professional and made. And then they got this trailer in there, which is exciting because I'm a big fan of Psychonauts 1. Spoilers, this is Psychonauts 2.
Did I play Psychonauts 1?
I don't know.
I vaguely remember it, but
God, it looks good. It looks so pretty.
I don't think I went all the way. Because it was, did it not sort of come out at the same time as like Destroy All Humans?
Maybe I feel like it was earlier than that, but yeah, maybe
earlier?
we can do fact checks during this.
It looks good.
The graphics look great. It looks like a proper Tim Schafer.
Now, if we can get this, but Grim Fandango and Secret of Monkey Island.
You know, that's the fact that Grim Fandango comes up as the people also searched for on Google. So yeah, Psychonauts 1 came out in 2005 for the Xbox and PlayStation 2. They came to 360 and stuff like that, but
I'm saying Destroy All Humans was
you might be right
that year as well.
Yeah, you might actually be right. Bang on.
Yeah, thought so.
And that was PlayStation 2 and Xbox. And yeah, that was June 2005. So it came out 2 months later.
TLDR it, man's psychic.
I like Wikipedia do it as the easiest way. Yeah, well, it's
I knew he's like called Rasputin. I know like a few minor details to it.
Yeah. So that I don't completely mess it up. So Psychonauts follows the player character Raz, a young boy gifted with psychic abilities who runs away from the circus to try to sneak into a summer camp for those with similar powers to become a psychonaut. A spy with psychic abilities. That's what psychonauts are. He finds that there's a sinister plot occurring at the camp that only he can stop. The game is centered on exploiting the strange and imaginative minds of various characters that Raz enters. So you go into people's minds and then like this weird fucked up place that you kind of very, very trippy, very, very Tim Schafer.
Yeah.
But yeah, he ends up becoming like a psychodet.
I'm interested.
You use all these different psychic abilities to solve. It's lots of puzzle solving.
It looks
and
like
platforming
old school platformy puzzle
which
solving.
is fun that this isn't. This is one of those, but it's not a. It's not a remaster. It's actually a new
sequel.
game. Yeah, which is really cool. I haven't actually had a sequel yet, which is what we're expecting next, right? We're gonna expect like another Crash game to come out that's built on the same engine and it's new.
Imagine if they make a new Crash game
with the same
People
feel as the old
will
ones,
lose their
but with new modern
absolute
mechanics.
Shit.
So this next trailer is
The Walking Dead.
It is The Walking Dead.
Final season.
This dropped during the Kind of Funny Game showcase right at the end.
It's nice that there's role reversal. That Clementine now has to look after a little kid.
Yeah, well, she has for a little while now.
Never came back. This man
But this is all just playing recap to what's happened so far, though, I guess.
So is this? Did I play the final season?
I don't know. I don't know if
I
you
played
did.
a little bit. There's a bit where she has a shootout in like a scrapyard.
Yeah, that's the first episode.
Right.
It's where the final season was the first season to have a new game engine. But you don't play as her, you play as the other guy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've played the first episode and that's it. So is this episode 3?
This is episode 3, yes. So episode 2 came out and then the company went under.
Out of it.
That's not bad. You can still. But yeah,
I thought this was a whole new episode.
Well, like a whole new season?
New season.
Yeah,
sorry.
no. This is it drops on the 15th of January. So not long.
Not seasons 1 to 4. Is it 4?
This is season 4, yeah.
Which one's 3?
Okay, so season 1 is Lee's story. Season 2 is Clem's story. Actually, yeah, that's confusing me now. Are they classing one of the spin-off series as a series of it? Let's do a little fact checking, guys.
Because I thought it was Lee's, Clementine, where you go up in the hills and do that stuff. Because
yeah,
still a kid.
you find Kenny and stuff.
This was, I thought, season 3. And
Bloody TV show getting in the way of my search results.
Maybe there's a third that we're just completely blanking on.
Maybe I'm thinking of the third one when I'm thinking of the last one that I played. I don't know if I actually did play any of season 4. So there's season 1, season 2, A New Frontier, and the final season. Which one was A New Frontier? Is that actually the one that I'm thinking of?
I might be thinking of The New Frontier is the one that I last played. So it would.
Yep. I haven't touched it since episode 1 of season 3.
Yep, that's 100% where I am then.
Wow.
Because
I got a lot of catch up. I got a lot of catch
couldn't
up.
get into it. At all?
No, I just, yeah. I didn't like what they did with Clem. I think they made Clem into kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
She was really annoying. Okay. I might grab season 3 at some point. I feel like it'll probably be on sale at some point, but...
There'll be a pack.
Yeah, big time. Big time there'll be a pack.
Telltale all will... Well, not no more.
Not anymore. It won't be them.
Someone will publish them all together.
Yeah, well, this is Starbreeze that's taken it over, isn't it? Was it Starbreeze?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah?
That's it.
Yeah, that is it. That is
the game update.
That is the game update. There was a few other minor things at the Game Awards, like they showed off the block to do with creative mode for Fortnite.
Ape out!
And we got to see some cool...
Ape
Yeah,
Out.
so I saw, when I was watching the game, the Kind of Funny game showcase, there's a game called Ape Out. I recommend...
Should we bring up the trailer?
Pull up the trailer for it. We can as we kind of wrap this
On
up.
the fly. This show is constructed.
Yeah, it is. This is the
Tell
whole thing.
me it's not live.
You get to see this coming, as I always say, we're coming apart at the seams. Is that play? There you go. You get that playing.
This looks like
I saw this and went, Adam, I like this.
everything that my body is made of. Death,
Violence.
destruction,
And monkeys.
and monkeys. It just looks like fast-paced chaos, which is
It
everything.
does, and it's got like a mixture of kind of like that. We were talking like
Hotline
Hotline Miami
Miami
mixed with a bit of Super Hot, where you kind of it doesn't slow down, but you have that moment to kind of go like, oh, and
Oh,
decide
what
where
I'm
you're
going to
going.
do. I'm going to throw this man at
And
this man.
Was it Hong Kong Massacre? Was the
Hong
other one?
Kong
That was
Massacre is the
one-
new one that's coming out, which I cannot wait for.
But yeah, it just looks like a lot of violence where you play a monkey that's escaping a lab.
Yeah.
Because who wouldn't want that?
I am going to be Winston from Overwatch the whole time.
But yeah, the art style looks really interesting. The music sounds cool, like all the sound design. Just the visuals. I like when he looks over the edge of the building. It's very
Yeah,
like,
like
whoa.
There's another bit where he like kicks him in the water here.
Yeah.
And it's like
you
a
go
back-
like, oh, you're actually really high. You're probably on like the top floor at that point. Yeah, I think the gist of it is you're trying to get down to the bottom floor because there's areas where you go down a little staircase and it'll go like level 13 and then you go down another one and...
Has it any information like how many levels it is or...
No, but I think it's... I'd imagine just based on the trailer, it looks procedurally generated.
I am going to play that all day. All
It looks
night.
good. We will absolutely stream
and
that one.
be streaming it. 100%.
I haven't even looked into...
It is February on PC.
just on PC so far. I feel like this will come to like ID at Xbox and whatever the PlayStation equivalent is. So
there's a few others, but I can't.
a few minor ones. There was a
jumps
ton
out
of
to us.
indie ones. There was a one I couldn't find again. I need to go back to the Kind of Funny game showcase. It had like an art feel of almost like Overcooked, but you were moving houses. And I think it's got co-op, but it looked kind of you were literally like a furniture mover, and I was like, that looks cool.
At you.
Maybe. But yeah, anyway, so we'll wrap up the game update with the game releases for the next week. And we actually get to do it for the week this time rather than Thursday to Thursday. It's actually Monday. So today, you can pick up Guacamelee 2 on the Nintendo Switch. And again, mentioning Kind of Funny's game showcase. If you do, you get to play as essentially Greg Miller from Kind of Funny because his shirtless Spider-Man persona has been added, but it's called a shirtless arachnid man. And his dog, Portillo, has also been added as a secondary character.
Has it come out on everything else? Or is it just late to the game?
I think it's just late for the Switch because I feel like Guacamelee came out a while ago.
Yeah.
Dusk comes to PC. This is the official release. I think it's been in Steam Early Access. We looked this up last week.
It's the weird Doom-looking one.
It is. It looks like Doom. It looks really good. Tomorrow, December 11th, you can pick up Everspace Stellar Edition on the Switch, Earth Defense Force 5 for the PlayStation 4, Solar Flux for the Nintendo Switch, The Video Kid for PlayStation 4, Ancient Frontier Steel Shadows for PC, Kingdom 2 Crowns for PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, and Desert Child for PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch.
EDF 5 is apparently meant to be pretty decent.
Might have to check that out.
It's apparently nonsense action game fun.
Yeah, who doesn't like
the
that?
weird ones where weird ants invade the city and you just end up destroying it.
Oh, is that what
That's
is?
Earth Defense Force.
Right, okay, yeah, I've
And
seen a lot of
apparently,
4.
Yeah, it's a lot of just mindless chaos.
Yeah, okay. December 12th, that is Wednesday. You can grab Insurgency Sandstorm on PC and Super Animal Royale goes into early access on PC. On Thursday, December 13th, you can pick up Book of Demons. It officially launches on PC. I presume that this means it was in early access previously. Lucius 3 on PC. Omen's Sight Definitive Edition on Nintendo Switch, Gris or GRIS for PC and Nintendo Switch. Atlas goes into Steam Early Access, we checked that out earlier. Blue Rider for Nintendo Switch. 2084 comes to Steam Early Access on PC. Hunter's Legacy Perfect Edition, that's spelled Purr, so I'm assuming it's cat related, comes to the Nintendo Switch, and the first Forza Horizon 4 DLC, Fortune Island, comes to PC and Xbox One. I love Forza Horizon 4. If you've seen the show before, I do like my Forza Horizon. 2084 looks kind of interesting. Adam's looking at it now. Do you want to pull that across just so we visually see what we're talking about?
A weird zombie, like its description is a fast-paced, first-person shooter with hacking mechanics. Battle your way through hordes of enemies, hack their minds.
Single player or multiplayer?
It's single player.
Okay, so it could have a story and stuff to it.
Yeah.
That GIF makes the game look like it's got way too much motion blur for me.
Yep.
I don't like a game. It's probably an Unreal Engine game, and they've got that motion blur whipped up there.
Whips around.
Yeah. That's the joy of being playing through the Batman games lately. Is I've been knocking the motion blur off entirely. On December 14th, that's Friday, you can pick up Borderlands 2 VR for the PlayStation VR. Big Crown Showdown for PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch. And
fantastic party game is Big Crown Showdown.
Yeah, it's
anybody
that's the one that you played.
Has followed us on Instagram when we went to EGX. I literally smashed 3 kids to pieces.
Yeah, Adam was just beating children all day. Just
silently.
Beating kids all day. I'm going to keep repeating it so that I can make it the title of this week's podcast. Adam beats children.
But I just remember seeing the disheartened looks on their face when they were like,
well, because I think they were doing really.
Red?
I think they were doing
red. And I was just sitting there chuckling to myself, being like, "This will teach you."
They were enjoying themselves and having a good time, and you just came over, picked up a controller.
They were bullying the guy that I took the controller off, and I was like, "Right, you little shits! Yeah. I'm about to teach you a lesson in video games."
You're not the hero that we want, but you're the hero we need.
Exactly.
And finally, Below for PC and Xbox One. That launches on Friday, December 14th this week, and that's the end of the game releases.
Taken 4 billion years to come out.
It's taken a while. I remember
seeing that on E3 when the Xbox One X got announced.
Is that when Below was shown off?
That is how old.
So we're going like 5 years ago.
It has taken them 5 years to bring that game out.
Holy moly. Shall we jump into the entertainment update? Because I'm excited to watch a trailer that I've already watched.
There's no entertainment news, Ben. I don't think there is.
I'm doing it anyway.
I don't think there... No.
It's already rolling.
There's no news.
We're already rolling it.
None.
We're already in it.
Deep in it.
Yeah. I've watched this trailer like 70 bajillion times already.
Have you?
I've watched it
I've only watched it once.
You've only watched it once?
I was lying on my couch and my other half goes, "Have you seen the Avengers trailer?" No.
I didn't, because I was that the day? Yeah, it was the day that you... that was your whole day.
That was my whole day.
You had to watch a hole. You had to watch a hole all day. And
Builder cemented in my hole.
Yeah,
so and put wood in it.
So I was at work on that day, and I saw it because you linked it. I think you linked it on like Discord and stuff like that. So I was like, "Oh,
Discord, our chat."
Yeah. So I saw it that through because of you. I managed to see. As soon as I saw the message come through, I was like, "Oh, it's 8 minutes past 2." I knew it would drop at 2:00, and I was like, before I even opened the message, and I saw like Avengers, and I was just like, "It's out!" Like.
I remember I was at work when the original Infinity War came out, and I find all ways to try find that information. You got to.
Anyway, if you got this queued, this is ready. Let's do it. Let's check out.
We'll knock the audio up because I think
go up. He's a little quiet.
He is a little quiet.
He is.
If it's loud for you, turn it down in your ears.
Just hang on.
This is the end of an era.
Hey, Miss Potts.
Big time.
If you find this recording,
but every story has an ending.
Don't feel bad about this.
Get out.
Part of the journey is the end.
And then Captain Marvel just flies in and pushes them there.
Record being adrift in space.
There's 2 theories.
Promise
it's going to be Captain Marvel or it's going to be Rescue.
Food and water ran out.
Rescue?
In the comics, Rescue is Pepper Potts in her own Iron Man suit, which we've already seen behind the scene photos of her wearing. She went on Instagram wearing it, and Marvel were like, "What the fuck are you doing? No one knows this character's in the movie."
Take that down.
So there's theories that could be who saves him. It would make sense for Captain Marvel though, like on our way back to Earth after getting the pager.
And it looks like he's recording a message for Pepper.
That's the whole thing.
I can't believe they snapped the logo.
Snap the logo. I think that'll also be in the movie as well. If they'll do the Marvel thing, it'll be quiet and then it'll dust away.
Exactly what he said he was going to do.
Saved on that budget for Thanos for this trailer. Just a hand. That was it.
50%.
It's just a clip from the first movie.
We got a little confirmation that Shuri's dead.
I can't wait until that.
So do you think that's her? touching dead Tony Stark there?
Look, this.
Part of our
I was
This is what I was
surprised they
waiting
put this
for.
in the trailer.
You're right.
But I can
This is the
understand,
Ronan.
like, if his family's been snapped.
Oh yeah, big
He's
time.
gonna be
He's
pissed.
going out just well.
Well, the whole reason he left
Because I
was
don't know what
because
I'm gonna do if it
he
doesn't.
didn't want to do it for his family. And
Yeah,
if
well,
his
so-
family snapped.
Well, it also theoretically half the population's gone. Streets are going to be in turmoil. There's going to be riots. There's going to be just murders going on. Half the police force is probably gone. He's just going to be out in the street. He looks like he's dropping Yakuza left and right.
Endgame was a bit of a weird title.
Hi, is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years
Have
ago.
you seen the meme where it's this scene and it's like it's Avengers 4 trailer
I know you know that.
instead of Ant-Man? It's like, is this real?
Ah.
Let me in.
There's a lot of theories going on. So could you just play it again, but on site, like mute it, while we go through some thoughts and theories and crap like that. So first and foremost, yeah, we don't know if it's going to be Captain Marvel or who's going to come and save him. I also did see someone point out that he probably wouldn't be dying right now if Thor didn't steal all the food off of that ship in Infinity War. Because Thor's on there with it's not the Milano, it's the one after the Milano, but everyone still calls it the Milano. Obviously, the
Right,
Milano
yeah.
got destroyed and they got a new ship. When they rescue Thor in Infinity War, he goes into their fridge and takes all their packets of food and shoves them into Star-Lord's backpack, because Star-Lord's like, that's my bag and everything, and he takes it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, Tony probably wouldn't be dying now if Thor hadn't taken all the food. So yeah, we see that Shuri's dead as well later on, because it's a quick glimpse of Shuri and then it goes to Peter Parker, because it's showing all the people that's been dusted. We see Ant-Man's on there. But then there's big theories with the Ant-Man one. If you freeze frame it and you have a high enough resolution, if you go like the 4K version of the trailer and stuff and zoom all the way in, the top left corner says like 1983, I think is the thing. And then he's going like, is it a thing? And she's going to the front door. Two thoughts. So a lot of people, I had almost arguments on Reddit about this, because someone was like, oh no, but it's, you see in the scene she says it's the front door, and I'm like, you never see her say it. We know that they doctor these trailers heavily. Her saying he's at the front door could have had lines removed in between there. She just narrates, so it cuts away from her face before she says it. She could have been like, it was from the front door in 1983. Like, we don't know that. So it's like, has he gone in, is he now? Because we know time travel is going to be part of it, right? It has to be. Has he gone back in time when he's come out of the quantum realm?
Doesn't exist prior to that.
Well, no, it would have been a Stark warehouse.
Oh, shit, yeah.
So he's just rocked up at a Stark warehouse, going like, where the fuck's the Avengers? But at the same time, I've seen people going like, no, he would know he's in 1983 because he had to travel from San Francisco to New York at the other side of the country. He would have had to top up fuel. Gas would have been like $1. So he would have probably noticed that he's in... My theory was like, oh, he still doesn't know he's in 1983 yet, but he would probably know, having doing a road trip. So there's a lot of theories with it. Endgame, the actual title... yeah, it's a weird one because people thought that was people suggested that ages ago because it's a line from Infinity War when Doctor Strange is like,
think
we're
about
in
the
the Endgame.
I can see your justification being at 19 thingy.
He's brought the
gate
quantum.
looks old.
It does, and it's got a padlock on it. It looks like a warehouse thing. Like, why would the Avengers go and get like an old rusty chain to chain that gate up? Like,
But yeah,
it would just have security. Surely at this point, Tony Stark's just got normal security on it. I don't know. I could see, but I also feel like
everybody knows that in a Marvel trailer nowadays, it is recut. The extra scenes are shot. Lines are like taken out. It's CGI. Look at Thor Ragnarok, for God's sake.
Oh yeah, big time. Well, Infinity War, they had the entire scene at the end of the trailer where they're all running as a group and Hulk's running with them. And Hulk ain't even in the movie except for that first scene.
What happens if that scene's in 2?
It could, well, no, because it was literally the jungle from. It could be where they could go all the way back to that final battle and then they're all together this time. That could genuinely
That
be
could be
it.
the time
You might have
travel-
just called something yet again.
The time travel back to that fight with everybody.
Because that was one of the things that meant that they lost. I mean, Thanos was strong anyway, but yeah, they had the Guardians and Iron Man and Gamora and stuff, and Spider. Like basically, all that group were all on Titan fighting them, while the other half were fighting on Earth. If they were all together, united, they could have fucked them up. I think.
And they've got the means now with the Quantum Realm van.
They got the Quantum Realm van to potentially time travel if that's actually how
They
it's
could
going to
go
work.
and nip other versions of the. Imagine if I've just ruined.
I don't know if they'll
Avengers
get
End.
other versions, but I feel like that scene. You could be right. That scene could be that could actually be from this movie.
Reenacted, or not reenacted.
Well, they'll just be going back to that time, but with everyone. They'll just go and change enough events in history.
So everybody's there.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like seeing the photo of Peggy in the trailer makes me think that we're going to actually see Peggy in the movie. I think we're going to do a bit of time travel. That's always the way I thought this for a while, that if they want to write Steve out and they're bringing time travel into it, they could take him back.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who shows up.
Doctor Strange, like the big part of it with.
Well, that was always the thing. He was supposed to be
and
the
he
big.
Has like, isn't he did have the time stone, didn't he?
We did, but then it got taken by Thanos. He gave it up. That was the whole thing. To spare Stark, he gave it up, and he was like, "Why did he do it?" And he's like, "We're in the end game," hence the title. I've seen people complain because that was the rumored title for ages, and then the Russos were like, "No, no one's guessed the title yet."
I guess they never said Avengers Endgame.
They didn't say the full thing, but still, I guess they had to say that for marketing. They couldn't be like, "Oh yeah, you got it right on the first attempt." Like,
imagine if I've seen a theory as well that if it's Captain Marvel that saves Tony, they go through like the whole Fury line of like the Avengers, Earth Mightiest
she
Heroes,
knows
and
it.
she finishes it off
because she's the one that's going to say it to
Fury and Captain Marvel.
Big
I
time.
cannot wait
if they
for
do
like
that.
This next year of cinema.
It's both the best and worst. Because we're going to get the 3 next MCU movies all in about a 4-month window.
This is being moved forward as well, did you hear?
Well, only for the US. We already had it for April. We always used to get them like a week early, so we had
April 26th.
Yeah, we already had it on April 26th, and America had it at the beginning of May, like they always used to.
That was never going to stick.
But then Infinity War, they did that whole promotional thing where Robert Downey Jr. was like, "Marvel, could we move it up for the rest of the world?" And Marvel were like, "Yeah, sure." So they moved theirs to our date, and they've just done it for this one as well. They've moved it up because for us it was always the 26th.
Right.
So it doesn't affect it for us, but the rest of the world gets it a week earlier, so that's great. It means it just avoids spoilers. We were saying this last week that really Spider-Man's the only one that they don't have to do on the same day, because at that point everyone will already know the outcome of the Avengers films. But Captain Marvel comes out on the same date around the world, which makes sense because I feel like this is going to be a setup for potential spoilers. And then only like 5 weeks later,
post-credit scene in Captain Marvel.
It's could be her finding Tony. Oh, theoretically,
so good,
because they're going to assume. Although that would be relying on people seeing in the trailer and knowing Tony's situation. But no, maybe we just see Tony's
ship.
We see that scene from the trailer like fleshed out in the post credits, and then when he's looking out the window and that, because people have also people have freeze framed that shot when he's standing by the window when he's like, "Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning." And if you like zoom in, he kind of does this look where he kind of like he's looking down, and then he kind of goes like he sees something, and then it cuts, and it's like he sees someone coming to help him. So that could be the shot on the end of the thing. But yeah, we get that on I want to say like March 17th or something, and then the next one's like April 20th. So we get them like 5 weeks apart, and then we get Spider-Man in like June. So it's only like a couple of months.
I'm legitimately going to start opening up a spreadsheet called Adam's Predictions.
You really need to. That might have genuinely been a bloody good call that could be in it. When we know time travel's a big thing, they could just go and change a few elements of history.
We're going to make note of all these. So far, what have I been right about? Medieval remake.
You did. You called that one.
Crash Team Racing remake.
Yep.
The Spyro remake.
Yep. I feel like there was been something quite recent, like even more recently that you made a prediction on, and you predicted the Red Dead 2. I know that was just you were choosing a number between 1 and 10, but you got it right.
Yet if I put the lottery on, I cannot win.
Yeah, right. But no, that is a bloody good call. As someone who's a big old fanboy for MCU, you may have genuinely sussed that one out. I wouldn't have even considered that. As soon as you said it, I'm like, of course it is. That has to be it. But it might not. It could just be a trailer.
If not,
Russos, you need to hire Adam to spitball ideas. We'll leave MCU there because the next thing we've got, this doesn't have a poster or anything. This is just nattering. The reviews are out for Bumblebee. This is the next in the Transformers
and they
movies.
are probably the best Transformer reviews.
They are up there.
Ever happened.
They are up there. So take it with a pinch of salt. Rotten Tomatoes, it gets 100%. All that means is that 100% of viewers thought it was better than 6 out of 10. That's all that means. But if I was to tell you that they all thought it was 6 out of 10, doesn't sound like quite as good of a movie. They actually all thought it was around a 7 out of 10, which is a good movie. It's a good reasonable movie. Not a great movie, and not Oscar worthy or anything, but it'll probably be a fun popcorn movie. But apparently, it's a lot more in line with the original animated movie that was based on the animated TV show. It's got that fun to it. It's got that like all the different references. It's full of like for true Transformers fans.
Well, from the latest trailer, when like I don't know if you've seen it. It like Haley Steinfeld. I can't remember what a bloody character name in this is.
I know who you're talking about though. The main character.
Yeah, she tells Bumblebee to hide, and he literally hides behind a rock this big.
Yeah, it looks like they're really going
like
for that
the daft
fun.
human.
It looks fun. I mean, we haven't seen it in the trailers, I don't think yet, but Bumblebee talks for the entire film. They've cast a voice actor and everything.
Have they?
Yeah.
I thought they just used tapes.
That's what they do in the original films, in like 1, 2, whatever. But Bumble.
I thought he uses tapes in the trailer because he spits one out of there.
I think that's just because of the whole car thing, but
Oh,
it is
maybe.
voiced by.
Do 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 do.
We'll just look. I like behind the voice. No, Bumblebee. I can't remember who it is that they cast.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%.
John Cena.
No, he's just another main character. But I've seen a lot of rumors going up that this could be set in the same universe as G.I. Joe. And someone asked John Cena outright, and he was like, he can't confirm nor
they're
deny that.
linked?
Well, they're both owned by Hasbro, and they're made by Hasbro Films.
Maybe.
And Hasbro's been talking about for a while about setting up a connected universe of things. I think they were gonna kick it off with was it Battleship, that god awful one with Liam
Oh
Neeson
my
and
days, that
Rihanna?
was absolutely diabolical.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Where is he? Yeah, but it's right at the top there. Dylan. That's it. It's this guy. You'll recognize him. He's from like Maze Runner and stuff. Teen Wolf.
Oh yeah.
Dylan O'Brien. He's
Yeah, I do
he's
remember
voicing. They've cast someone like that because that means they can keep doing more films, and they got this younger actor and stuff. But yeah, he's voicing Bumblebee for the whole film. I imagine there'll be like maybe 10 minutes at the start where he doesn't talk, and then they'll get his voice.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's going to talk. I guess it makes sense if he's going to be like a central character. You can't just have him not speak at all. I know that they could use the tapes again, and it was fun for that one. But that one also had both Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox and other characters, like a lot of human characters. This looks like it's primarily just what is her name?
Haley Steinfeld.
Yes, Haley Steinfeld as the main character, and then they've got a few other, like John Cena is pretty much the other main human character in it, because the rest of them are
Not made up.
all Avengers. I didn't realize that Angela Bassett is playing Shatter in it. Interesting. A big cast for the voice ones, like Justin Theroux's Dropkick.
And it'll not be any of the Transformers that we actually know.
I
Optimus
was
Prime's
going to
in,
say
but,
there's
like,
a lot of the old one because it looks like the movie's going to open with almost like a flashback to the downfall of.
It's Bumblebee being dropped off at Earth, isn't it?
Essentially,
Something
so
like
they've
that.
got a lot of it's all the original characters. We've got Optimus. We get to see all those on. We actually get to see Megatron like as it was and all that sort of stuff. So, but it sounds good. But a few little things. So. Mike Ryan over at Empire said Steven Spielberg's DNA feels baked into Bumblebee, resulting in an 80s movie, not just in setting and aesthetic, but also sensibility. Phil Hood from The Guardian said, in a better, truer cinematic universe, Travis Knight would have been in charge of the Transformers franchise all along. It's getting some good write-ups. But I think if you're a Transformers fan, you're going to enjoy this film. They've always made a lot of money.
They use this as a soft reboot and just
I
reboot
think that's
Transformers.
the idea. I think that's genuinely the idea, and that's why they set it in the 80s. They're kind of doing that same route that X-Men did, where they went, right,
Retcon everything.
yeah, we want to do a soft reboot. So rather than just going like, we're going to do them still modern day, like they set them in past, and it means you can differentiate them a bit. So yeah, that is, reviews of Bumblebee.
I'll catch
I'm
it.
intrigued.
Maybe not go to the cinema
No,
and catch it.
but I'll definitely check it out.
I'll definitely check it out.
Do you want to pull this poster up?
The poster of the swole little blue hedgehog.
It is the small little blue. That's
The
it.
swole.
Oh, sorry, the swole. Yeah, that was.
Blue hedgehog.
Yeah, I don't know what I think of this.
These
Look at these
calf muscles.
Yeah, right.
I think it's the full GIF.
Yeah, it is. It's because it's the one that they look.
Dunk. I kind of
It does have sound to it that doesn't. You hear the little like the ring sound and
Yeah.
stuff. I'm not a fan of it yet, but I'm willing to hold off my impression of it until we get to see.
I think people will be apprehensive.
Yeah. Well, because he looks
because it's
weird
not
and
the Sonic
human.
people's used to.
No.
But his
Why
face, you
wouldn't-
can see his nose. Like his
Oh no,
face
his
is
face
like,
looks right, but that's what I mean. It looks like a human wearing a Sonic mask, which is creepy. It's really creepy.
But he's a really quick runner.
I know, but yeah,
Of
I'll
course
have
his
to
calf
see him.
muscles are going to be defined.
And there's been the comparisons to Pikachu, but Pikachu is still just this small mouse. He's the right scale. He's the right thing. This looks like a human. Like if you saw the silhouette and you
Nobody
took the
knows
Sonic,
how big Sonic. They've never stood
that's
against
true.
a human.
I've always assumed that Sonic. Well, I guess
I've always
Dr.
assumed
Eggman. He's a
Dr.
reason.
Eggman is a robot.
Yeah.
Von Airley.
Yeah.
I've always pictured Sonic as like average human height.
Well, in the game, when you rescue the bunnies and things,
They're
all-
tiny.
No, well, yeah, they're not that much. They're about half the size of Sonic. So I always
Nah,
assumed that he was about
Bullshit.
4
They're like
foot
his
tall.
shoe.
They're not that small, are they?
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look at this.
I am like 90% sure. Maybe not like in the old games because.
Well, that's the one we're
shit's
basing this on, though.
skull-
This is all set in Green Hill Zone and stuff. If you want to Google this anyway, just do like Sonic the Hedgehog save animals or something. We'll go back to face view for now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I'm willing to give it a chance, but I guess this is gonna be a hard one to try and find. Ooh, bless you. There we go. That's him next to some penguins. Well, that's
Knuckles.
no, but they're all the same height.
But even still, they're like
They're half his
leg
height.
height. Nah, I've always pictured him like average human height.
Okay.
That's how I've always viewed. I've never viewed him as like
In like the
a
animated
small
show, he
critter.
goes through like he's like I don't know. Yeah, I get that.
Did you know all the animals had names?
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah, I always thought that they were about. He was not that much bigger. Like he was maybe about 4 foot tall. But then in this, it looks like he's human height with a hedgehog face, and it's kind of just creepy. Could you just search? Yeah, height. Is that what you're doing? He's 100 centimeters. Yeah, there we go. So he's half the height of a normal human. That's what I thought. Humans maybe about 2 meters, right? No, a little taller than 2 meters. I can't do height. If you do 100, yeah. If you could switch it to feet, so I can get it. 3'2". I wasn't far off. I was
Yeah,
thinking
so
3
it's
to
a
4
dwarf.
foot. Well, he's a hobbit.
Yeah.
That's it. He's about the height of a hobbit. I always thought that that's the height he was. That is going to be even creepier if he's fully human size. He's going to be like a child running around with a Sonic mask on. It's creepy. I don't know.
I think we
I'm
need
willing
to
to
see
give it
what
a
the
chance.
trailer's
Exactly.
like.
This is just the poster. But if you have you still got it open there? If I do, if I switch it back,
Ah, no, don't watch on Instagram. Oh,
It-
wait. That makes it much easier.
it does make it an easier platform to see it on. Yeah, honestly, I think if
Oh, we've got sound now.
do you have the sound now? I do like that. That's fun, getting those little sounds. If they removed Sonic the Hedgehog from the bottom and they went like, I know what you did last summer, this is the new horror character that's going to show up in the dark cabin in the woods.
Maybe. I don't know.
We'll have to see him in action. Like I say, I'm willing to reserve my thoughts on it until I actually get to see him in action, because in the poster, I just think he looks creepy. But yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
We will absolutely see. Hopefully we'll be getting a trailer
Maybe
tomorrow.
he's not much taller than what he is in that image. I know he's crouched.
No, I get that. He could be small, but I just think it's even going to be even creepier. It's going to look like a child wearing a Sonic head
We'll see.
with
We are
a man's voice.
We are expecting
so creepy.
the trailer tomorrow. So if they
I
drop the
hope-
poster now, and it would follow every other movie.
Yeah, no, it would. If they drop the trailer, they're ready. Because
Drop
they
the
get
poster, drop the trailer.
They get the poster out so that cinemas can have it in when the trailer drops alongside a film, usually.
Yeah. It's
so that was-
slated for next year, November, I
Yeah.
believe.
Sounds about right. The next bit of news we've got for the entertainment update is Marvel's latest addition to the MCU. We don't have any images or trailers or anything like that, but Marvel have announced that the next superhero movie that they're going to be doing is going to be featuring an Asian protagonist. It's been fast-tracked by the studio, reported by Deadline. It's going to be focused on martial arts, and the hero Shang-Chi, or Shang-Chi, I think it's Shang-Chi, is going to be the protagonist. So we're getting a Kung Fu Marvel movie. I'm intrigued, but I'm curious where it's going to fit into the MCU as a whole.
Yeah.
But
I guess
I've got faith. They know what they're
Black
doing.
Widow is just human at the end of the day.
And she's getting her own film. So yeah, absolutely.
I feel like this might get pushed back.
You think that it's getting fast track? I feel like the things that I've read about it, it seems like it's going to be their attempt at they're going after the Asian audience with like Black Panther style, like trying to show everyone being represented properly. So we've had Black Panther, and now we're going to be getting Captain Marvel. So the female demographic feels represented. And if they go after Shang-Chi, then the Asian demographic will feel a bit more represented within the universe. At least having like title characters that kids can look up to and that sort of stuff. It's being penned by Chinese-American screenwriter Dave Callahan, known for The Expendables and Wonder Woman 1984. And Marvel are currently looking for an Asian or Asian-American director to helm the film. So I don't know. We'll keep you guys up to date with this news as it comes out. But right now,
D23 will probably find out.
yeah, probably we'll get the logo
100%
at the very least.
confirmed at that point.
Yeah.
I know it probably is.
It is confirmed. Like they've put it out, but we'll get like the logo. Like they always do that slate where they're like, "Here's the films coming out," and you know, like when we got the
Untitled Marvel project number 6.
It's what was the one? The Inhumans. We got to see that poster, and it was like, oh, the Inhumans movie that's coming, and then it didn't become a movie. It became a.
This might
series.
go down the TV route.
It could, but they've said it's going to be a movie so far. But it could.
The Disney streaming platform.
That's
first
well, they've
movie.
already got like three
TV shows.
Is
4?
it 3? We've got the Loki TV series,
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch and Vision. I think it's called Scarlet Witch and Vision. We've got who's the other one? Bucky and Falcon are getting their own show. I feel like there's one more, but maybe there's not. Maybe there's just the 3.
This could be like the first straight to Disney streaming platform movie. They're putting a lot of budget in
I see what you mean. Yeah, doing it straight as a film. Yeah, they could. I don't know. I feel like maybe we'll see. We'll absolutely see. I'm curious if Marvel would start going that route because it's a lot of money to make a film to then only people who stream it get to see it. But yeah, I don't know. The next one we got a poster to check out. This is
and a trailer. It's just
oh yeah, I forget the trailer
Sorry.
drops. Should we check the trailer one? I haven't seen this trailer yet. Just do the trailer. This is Godzilla King of the Monsters. So we had a few teasers and stuff for this recently, but I haven't seen this trailer yet, so I'm excited. Give us some audio. Yeah.
The mass extinction we feared.
Oh, that was fortunate that the wind popped out while she looked at it. Oh, that's you. We nearly lost Adam. I don't think you usually swing and fidget around during the podcast as much. You're a lot more loosey-goosey today.
Is that energy drink? Rattled my beans.
Oh, 11's got to run.
Just ran
Sadly,
out of
all I'm
Vegas.
gonna think of while watching this is because
Yeah.
I've only ever seen her in
But
Stranger Things.
The Demogorgon's coming after
Yeah.
her. And I'll only ever see him out of Community.
Who was it?
It was Chevy Chase, wasn't it? Oh, a man that looks very much like Chevy Chase.
Oh, I don't think it was Chevy Chase. I don't think he gets hired for much things anymore
For thousands of years,
because he's a
these
bit of a big old
creatures have
racist.
remained in hiding
Oh,
around
it's the guy that looks like him then? I can't remember.
Let's look.
the Titans are found.
I swear, you just saw an old man and assumed it's Chevy Chase.
See him in my dreams and my nightmares.
Only guarantee that
It's got an interesting cast, like Thomas Middleditch is in it, which I'm always excited to see him in more films because
Lightning Godzilla.
well, he's got the big,
Do the role.
the big cool.
It's not
That was the he sings. Now.
There's Mothra though.
Yup.
I've still not seen the first one.
And you're a big Godzilla fan.
Yeah.
Are out of your goddamn mind.
I am sorry, but this is the only way.
It looks good. I enjoyed Kong Skull Island, and that's like meant to be tied in with it, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all because the next movie is the two of them teaming up or fighting and then teaming up probably.
You're a monster. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we haven't even seen the big one yet. There we go. He's big boy.
The big boy. Hey, it's Charles Dance.
Was that who you thought it was at the start? Because I was looking through the list going like, you couldn't have thought Charles Dance was Chevy Chase.
Right, I'm gonna go back to the point.
Let's do this, guys. Let's see.
The Raw.
Is there anything after? No, it looks like that's it. Yeah. Let's go. Let's find this old man. Feel like when you see him the second time. No, it was a bit earlier. Yeah, that was him.
organisms.
I just think it was a random old. Yeah.
Who is that?
Oh, he's
Oh, he's Firestorm.
No, that's not him either.
No, it
It's
is.
so not.
It is. That's the old man that plays Firestorm.
It's really not.
If it's not, he looks the fucking double.
No, I can see that you'd see an old man with. No, I can't. I can see that a little bit more, but that's so not him either.
Is he Chevy Chase? He's got curly hair now.
So not Chevy Chase. Any audio listeners need to go and check out the trailer at the 34-second mark of the new Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer. He's not
That
even
is
showing up on
100%
IMDb.
the man.
It's
that-
not because I can look him up right now. Because you're thinking of Victor Garber. I'll just look up Victor
I'm not
Garber.
on about young Firestorm. Ben.
No. Victor Garber, who I think dropped out of. I can see it a little, but it's all.
Of course you can.
Because it's so not him. No, I think Victor Garber stopped doing films and TV quite as much because he's
How
back
you
on
spelling
stage
his
at the minute.
surname?
Garber. But he's definitely not in this.
I'm.
You pulling this over? Okay.
That is 100% him.
I can see it.
From that angle.
I can see it.
that
but
is him.
He also looks a good bit younger.
I don't care. This is a very shifty photo I've got of him.
No, you know who he looks like. Let me just quickly look this up.
Victor Garber. That's who he looks like.
He looks like Bradley Whitford, but older.
No, it's Victor Garber. Get out of here with this nonsense.
No, if you could you pull up a picture of Bradley Whitford now?
But Bradley Whitford doesn't have white hair.
He does. He's also in Godzilla King of Monsters, Adam.
No, that is not him. Look.
That is totally
That
him.
is
It's the
no,
same.
it looks. He looks closer to Victor Garber than he does to that
But the
man.
one on the right is actually.
But he looks closer to Victor Garber. You cannot deny that he does not look.
No, I do. As soon as you said, I was like, okay, I can see that. I'm just denying it, but I do see that. But it is actually the guy on the
I know
right.
it's-
I love that you're opening it up and going like, that's not.
And then just for prosperity,
Yeah, we're just covering up. It doesn't look like.
he does a little bit. If Chevy Chase
No,
had
he's
big
just-
glasses.
Chevy Chase is just the man that haunts your nightmares. Brilliant. Right, next up, we got a trailer to check out, actually. This is a new Netflix series.
Fever to fight.
No, no one heard that.
No one heard it. Right, yeah, if you could pull up the next trailer.
Give me a second.
This
It's all
is
fell
for
apart.
The Umbrella Academy, because you had like 5 windows of old men open on the PC.
Point at which
This
one.
is- no, give
Who
this-
was it?
This episode's going to have a long title. It's going to be Adam Beats Kids and Watches Old Men. Anyway, this is a trailer for The Umbrella Academy. Let's check this one out.
Is this a Netflix original?
Well, I mean, it's based on a comic book. It's Gerard Way's comic book.
Is it a Netflix original though?
I think this one is, yes.
Which
Well, they're only
Netflix
going
original
in-house
is it?
now, aren't they? Because that's the whole thing. They're getting rid of all that outhouse stuff, like
They're sick of paying money.
pretty much. So they're not doing.
The Umbrella Academy.
But
It's kind of like no, that's just the masks. I went. It's kind of like X-Men, but a lot more quirky. It's what's his? He played Nathan in what
Is
was
it the
British
Penguin
superhero
from?
one? No, he was Nathan in Misfits. It was the.
I don't ever watch Misfits.
Oh, Misfits was brilliant.
That actually does look pretty cool though.
Yeah. The comic book
Is that
gets-
Ellen Page?
Yeah,
The number one looks like Victor from.
I can get that.
Victor from Harry Potter.
What?
You know the really.
Oh, Victor. Yeah. From Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah. But yeah, that's the Umbrella Academy. It was originally kind of penned by Gerard Way. He did the comic book, which got really good. Like that's what he went and did after he stopped music and everything. He went off and had a family and became because he was before doing My Chemical Romance. He studied comic art at I think it was New York
and
University.
then all throughout the TV show, we'll have My Chemical Romance music.
It'll probably fit to it as well. To
It
be
will.
honest, yeah.
It's like the Addams Family had a superhero school.
I've seen a lot of people describing it as X-Men directed by Wes Anderson. It's got that quirky feel to it. It's coming to Netflix on February 15th. But yeah, it's kind of a dysfunctional family of superheroes that come together. It's,
TV show or movie?
I believe it's a TV series. I'll double check that, but I'm almost 100%.
It could also work as a movie.
It
I can
could.
see that.
It
It's got
looks-
that sucker punch vibe to it.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
I
it
wish they
looks.
continued that. Such a good movie.
Let's quickly check this.
TV series.
TV series, yeah, dropping next year, and it's 10 episodes. So it's a normal kind of
A
Netflix.
normal Netflix original.
Yeah. Thanks IMDb for having a big thing over the top of it, so I can't see what's going on. But yeah, no, it's got an interesting cast. I would just want to quickly, while I'm on here, I want to see the guy that I was saying was from Misfits. He's been in quite a few other things at this point. No, it's not him. That's the little kid. But yeah, I'm totally. That's it. Robert Sheehan. Like I say, I always knew him for Misfits because that was what he was in with our boy. What's his face from Game of Thrones? They used to skins everyone. He's not in the show anymore because
Shite.
you know who I mean though.
I know who you mean.
Psycho boy.
Got eaten by his dogs.
He did.
What the hell's his name?
I'll tell you. Give me a second. Sorry guys,
No.
we're forgetting names now. Ramsey Bolton.
That's it.
But yeah, he also started on Misfits.
When is-
It's a great
that's
show. If
April,
anyone wants
isn't
to go back to,
it? Game of Thrones is April, isn't it?
it is. It's April.
I cannot
4 months
die
away.
before like June.
Yeah, pretty much. We've got to survive till June, and then that'll be it. Not even June. Hell, I'd be upset about missing Spider-Man, but if I get to close out
Nope,
Avengers,
because no, it's 8 episodes.
what's it? Oh, for Game of Thrones,
No,
6
yeah.
episodes.
Is it 6?
I believe it's 6 episodes because they're all going to be nearly 2
so
hours each as well.
mid-April till late May.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Can't die by the start of June.
Unless HBO screw up again and leak the first like 6 episodes. Or
Leak
all
the
of the
whole
episodes. Yeah,
season.
leak the whole season by accident when HBO.com goes down. It's season 8, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure it's 6. Yeah, 6
Yeah,
episodes.
6
But they're
episodes.
rumored to be like at least an hour and a half to 2 hours each.
Can't wait. Game of Thrones.
It was originally going to be a movie. They were going to finish it off. It was going to be 3 movies. They were going to finish it off and do it all in cinema, so you would go and see each of the films to finish
That would
off.
be so good.
But
I feel like it'd be too long of a gap
it
between
was
the movies.
pitched back in, I think it was when they were doing like season 2. They were pitching it then because they'd been told the ending by George R. R. Martin.
Yeah.
And they pretty much said, there's no way in hell we're going to be able to do this on a TV budget.
Yeah.
Unless we unless we manage to actually basically unless we do it as a film you can go and seek the budget for it. HBO movies or whatever could go do it, but they couldn't do it. But then the show became the phenomenon that it is, and they were like, oh, actually we can do it as a TV series because we do have the budget now. We got bloody dragons at this point.
We got dragons up in this house.
Yep. So that was the Umbrella Academy that we checked out. Then we started talking about Game of Thrones. I've lost my list because I used it to search on
my
IMDb.
days.
What's next?
Thing is the Lego Batman movies
We got
getting
some
a
news.
sequel.
You do. This was announced via Twitter. Not even an announcement. Someone commented on something else.
Really?
Yeah.
More and more people are going for some weird-ass ways
Weird
to
announcement. So
announce news.
someone tweeted at Chris McKay, who I think he was the director of the Lego Batman movie. He said, finally got to watch the Lego Batman movie. It was pretty damn good. Will there be another one? And yeah, the director just tweeted back being like, yeah, we're working on it right now, actually. In the meantime, Lego Batman's all over Lego 2 coming in February. That was it.
I'm going to tweet a really big film producer and ask for movie X, Y, and Z to be remade.
Just ask the Russos for stuff.
I'm going to ask the Russos to put Jar Jar Binks in Avengers.
You'll just be on a screen somewhere. Someone's watching episode 1. So yeah, that was just a little bit of news. There's not really much more to that. I really like Lego Batman movie. I thought it was really fun.
Lego Movie 2's out.
Yeah,
soon.
real soon. It was. Did they say it was February?
Yeah, February.
Yeah, in February, which is exciting. But yeah, this next little bit of news is Jordan Peele's Us plot has a new. Basically, it's the synopsis for it came out. So this is his next movie that he's doing. Obviously, he won all the awards for Get Out.
If you've not seen Get Out,
Then
stop
Get
this
Out.
podcast right now and go watch it.
So basically, it's been confirmed by a few different sources to Slash Film, so they can exclusively reveal the plot synopsis for his new film, Us. A mother, played by Lupita Nyong'o, and a father, played by Winston Duke. Oh! It's 2 big characters from Black Panther. Winston Duke is M'Baku, the gorilla dude, and obviously Lupita Nyong'o is like his love interest. Take their kids to the beach, to their beach house, expecting to unplug and unwind with friends, including Emmy winner Elizabeth Moss. Not a big fan of Elizabeth Moss, but that's just my opinion. But as night descends, their serenity turns to tension and chaos when some shocking visitors arrive uninvited. Who knows what that means?
Apparently, hasn't there been screens of it, and it's not what people would expect.
I don't know. I haven't actually seen, because this is...
I think I was reading a Reddit thread where someone was an extra on it.
Oh,
So
okay.
do not expect it to be in the same vein as Get Out.
No, I wouldn't. I think he's smart enough to not just do the same film
Yeah.
again. Like, he's smart enough to do something totally different.
It's apparently been tied to like very similar to something else. I want to
Okay.
say it's like family something. Bear with me while I...
Swiss Family Robinson.
The Robinsons. Meet
Yeah,
the Robinsons.
Meet the Robinsons.
No, bear with, and I will
He
double
has
check.
to make a coconut phone.
It is Castaway.
See if you can re-find this news. While you're doing that, what have I got next? Or is that literally all? Is that everything?
Sounds like Funny Games.
Okay. So if anyone... I don't think I've seen Funny Games. At least it doesn't ring a bell. It's 2007 film. Oh, no, this looks familiar, actually. Yes. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what apparently it sounds similar to.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
But obviously with Jordan Peele's unique twist.
With his twist on things. He's a bloody good writer. Get Out was a great film. I always loved him in comedy. Him and Key and Peele were always phenomenal. So we are going to wrap up this entertainment update today with the movies to look forward to for the next week. Kicking it off with the UK's releases, because we're in the UK, so we come first. Wednesday,
This is how
December
democracy
12th, we can go to see Aquaman and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse in cinemas on Wednesday. I mean,
I saw the most recent trailer, and it's all I want.
I think one of our subs went to see it on the weekend, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I think Alex went to see it on the weekend.
Oh yeah, because it was early previews.
It was early previews this weekend, but I think yesterday was the last day to see it. Earlier now, it's out on Wednesday.
Right.
On Friday, December 14th, you can go and see The House That Jack Built. Lizzie, Free Solo, or An Elephant Sitting Still. I haven't taken as many notes as I usually do for each of these, so you'll have to just hope that these sound interesting and you can IMDb them all.
To you, go watch it.
And in the USA, all of your films arrive on Friday, December 14th. You can go and see Mortal Engines, which came out last week in the UK to very poor reviews. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse lands on Friday in the US. The Mule, Capernaum, or Backtrace. They are the films for Friday, December 14th. And if you're an Amazon, not an Amazon, sorry, I couldn't find any Amazon things coming out this Friday. Although last Friday was The Marvelous Miss Maisel Season 2, and it was just as good as Season 1. It had a few issues. I had a few issues with the plot. I think it started falling into, like, the writer's falling into the same issue that she always has. I think Gilmore Girls did this. She's the writer of Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
Did the same thing where they have this one plot device and then they kind of just milk it for far too long. And it feels like a lot of the things that they worked towards in season 1, they immediately undid in this one so that they could continue rebuilding the story back up to that point. And I mean, season 3, it's just going to drop back down again and slowly rebuild. It's an odd way of doing it. But it was still very, very good. And halfway through the season, Zachary Levi becomes a main character. What have you just opened? Is this new news? Is this breaking news?
Not breaking news, but recent.
Okay. No, we'll check that out in 1 second. But yeah, Marvelous Miss Maisel. Halfway through the season, Zachary Levi becomes not a main character, but a supporting character that's in it until the final episode. And I just love that man. I think anything he pops up in, I'm happy.
But do you allow him to have your firstborn child?
No, that is exclusively saved for Ryan Reynolds. I like your reaction was like, yeah, okay, maybe I'm gay.
I'll let him touch his.
Exactly. So on Netflix this Friday, coming on December, I've got the wrong date written on there, but I believe, yeah, so that would be, it says 6th from last week, but it would actually be the 14th. 6th wasn't right either. It was actually the 7th last week. Anyway, you can see Roma, which is a movie. It's Gravity director Alfonso Cuarón's semi-autobiographical new film, which has been tipped for Oscar glory. And I really like him as a director. I love Gravity, and my favorite Harry Potter film, if I had to decide on one, would be Prisoner of Azkaban, because I love that film. I think that film is when they do that tonal shift and they suddenly go, oh, these aren't just kids' films anymore. Like, they have this way darker story. So yeah, basically it's an autobiographical film about him. Fuller House Season 4 comes out on Netflix. This one caught me off guard. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, A Midwinter's Tale, which is a Christmas special of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. It's going to be centered around the Church of Knight's Solstice celebrations, which is interesting. And finally, The Innocent Man, which is Netflix's latest true crime series. The last one we got was Making a Murderer, if I'm not mistaken. Season 2, maybe?
Everybody raves, but I've not watched it.
I'm surprised. I think you'd probably like that sort of thing. It's very good. All of them Making a Murderer things are very good. And then also the not spin-off, but the slightly spoof variation on it with the American Vandal series was very good. This one is a 6-part series focusing on two murders that shocked a small town in Oklahoma during the 1980s. So you can check that out if you've got an a Netflix account this coming Friday. And that is the end of the entertainment update. Do we have anything we've missed? You've been pulling up a few bits and pieces.
Well, John Romero announced the unofficial spiritual successor to Doom.
Okay.
Sigil.
Let's pull this up.
I think it's a it's come.
Looks like we're looking at some album art right now.
We'll mute it in case
it's nonsense. Yeah, that...
It has a very Doom feel to it.
Is it just music?
No,
Oh, okay, okay. Sigil.
Sigil. It's apparently 9 levels.
It's a free mega ward for the original 1993.
So it's like based on the original Doom.
Ah, okay.
And it picks off where the 4th episode of Doom left off.
You need to have an original copy of Doom to play it.
There'll be ways. If you own Doom, there'll be ways to get it.
That's an interesting one.
But
So is this all the trailer is?
nope, there's actual...
Oh, is there actual gameplay? Let's see
actual gameplay.
Let's check out the gameplay.
That looks like Doom 1.
That looks a lot like Doom 1, but more satanic, maybe? I mean, Doom 1 was pretty satanic, but...
But
It
yeah,
always interests me that people put their time into this nowadays. And that there's an audience for it as well.
well, Doom's, like, you can play it on your calculator at
Yeah,
this
pretty
point.
much. Just while this is playing, I'm just having a super quick look to see if... I'm assuming this is exactly what you just did, just seeing if there's any big news or anything else dropped. Because we always end this show... Oh, it's because it's been 25 years of Doom.
Yep.
That's interesting. There's a new gameplay update for Beyond Good and Evil 2. Showing off co-op.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's interesting for us.
It is definitely
Are you gonna
interesting.
betray
it's
us
where
again?
it's... No, I don't. I didn't betray you in.
Yes, you did.
In Far Cry.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You shot us.
Probably. You probably shot me too. You
No,
hung me.
I-
You hung me like a conker off the bottom of your helicopter.
And I swung you about like nobody's
You
business.
did.
But no,
I think.
I
That
guess Doom will always have that audience to it.
Yeah. No, it will.
But no, it
looks interesting.
I don't think there is anything.
No.
I think that's it.
That is pretty much it. You got no other
No
big,
doubt
big
when
things
we wrap
happening.
up, there'll be something come out. You know, fine
Yeah.
well there will be.
Pretty much.
I was seeing how long the Good and Evil trailer was.
And how long is it?
3 minutes. 4 minutes. That's a lot. There is a
That
new...
is, that's a lengthy one. You guys could check that out if you want to check that out.
There's space fights, though. Well, there's space driving.
Is there anything we need to go through the?
No.
There's nothing.
No, nothing.
Is there nothing? So we're going to do our little thank yous if anyone that's followed over the course of today's stream. We really appreciate that. This is obviously a show. We release this as a podcast. You can find it by searching SnatchyBuckles in your favorite podcast provider, such as iTunes, Spotify, or Google Podcasts. Do we have any follows or anything that we need to thank? We've got a fair few. So actually, just thank you to everyone that's followed.
Yeah, thank you to everybody that's followed throughout the stream. Obviously, this isn't our normal layout.
This isn't our normal.
This is just our podcast.
Yeah, if you want to come back for future streams, we're going to be streaming over the course of the week. We've got a stream.
You're back tomorrow?
I'm back tomorrow. Wednesday's our day off, and then we're back on Thursday. You're going to be back on Thursday. And then on Friday, I'll be back again. I'm not sure what I'm playing. Tomorrow is either going to be more Batman, if I feel like it, or I might jump back into Monster Hunter World. Because there's the Christmas event things happening or something at the minute.
I have got to relearn Monster Hunter.
That's what
World
I'm hoping I
I'm-
can do, and I'm hoping I can pull some of you guys in to follow me around and help. So that's my plan. That's my plan. You know exactly who I'm talking to right now. But that has been the show. And of course, if anyone subscribes over the course of the show, normally we would just do it during the show, but we're going to do this as a post-show today so that we don't kind of hear choking sounds in the podcast. We go nuts for subs. Every time someone subs, gifts a sub, or resubs over the course of a stream, we've got these insanely spicy nuts called Bernie Bums nuts. They are coated in Carolina Reaper and Scorpion Chili Pepper powder. They're insanely spicy, very uncomfortable, but very funny to watch. We are going to basically wrap up this show. Stick around if you're watching this live on Twitch. If you're not watching this live on Twitch, that's why you got to go watch it live on Twitch, guys. Head on over to twitch.tv/SnatchyBuckles, where I'm going to roll the outro music right now. Nelly hit the wrong thing. Nelly just went off like that.
No, Dad.
Yeah, have you got the credits ready? But yeah, that is
That is it.
just cranking that one up. That has been the show. We hope that you have enjoyed it. As always, if you listen to this via podcast, we thank you so much for that. And yeah, we'll be back during the week with some more game stuff. But for now, we'll see you
In the next update.